Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, November 9th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, that's the last time we'll need that this morning. Crude oil, 9 o'clock start. We're definitely have gone too far. There is our start time on the short, so we're well below the entry, and we do hit money management before going back up, so no trade there. So our first trade is the long trade at 902.41, entry at 76.26. Pulls back, goes on to targets 1 and target 2. 15 and 24 ticks. 39 tick net on the two positions. 1 and done. Market is about to open, and we have a get in sync short on the YM. And the market just opened and blasted through the entry, although it's still get in sync, still valid for get in sync. Still valid for get in sync. So that's going to come down. There's your entry, and now we have now it's gone too far. Micro Russell, most likely avoidable there, avoidable on the long. Unleaded, one second after our start time, we were already below the entry and never came back. So the long is a no trade. And we come back to the long here at 905.05. Entry 556. That does reach money management and target 1, so target 1 traders will be 1 and done. We get a nice partial out of that, 579 from 556, so we get 23 tick positive on that, times 2 positions for target 2 would be 46 ticks. Then our second trade is a 1 tick break even, so 2 ticks. We end up with 2 money management trades for target 2 traders and 48 ticks positive. Soybeans picking up a short trade. Yeah, lots of time on that one. So we're short soybeans. We're waiting for a new setup, and we have a short setup on the Micro Russell. Now, lots of time to get into that. So hitting money management stop now at 25.8. So unleaded is target 1 traders One and done. You got 44 and 23. Target 2 traders got 46 and 2. So that is complete, and we'll look at this. Should be, yeah, here we go. 4 minutes after our start time. We're not there yet, but we do have a get in sync short coming up in less than 30 seconds to our start time. 4 minutes after the aftermarket open. And so far, there is our stand, and we get an entry right there. Probably two. There we go. Now we're definitely in the trade. Definitely short on the micro NQ. Short on unleaded on soybeans. Unleaded is finished. Pound Aussies had a kind of tough morning. The short is way too early. The blue long is early. The yellow short is also early, but remains valid. That got so close to money management, I would be very hesitant to get in sync with it coming back up. But if you did, you'd take a stop and reverse to long. Otherwise, you're in the long. Actually, the stop and reverse is at 53. Yep, it stopped and reversed. So you would have been long and stopping and reversing to short, which is what we're in now. Stop and reverse potential on the YN or on the soybeans. 1386 flat. It's going to be there. So still short at the moment. Micro Russell targets 3 and 4, trailing at 25.1. Please do say hello. In the chat, and things have been going quickly. All right, the YM is flat, looking for a trade. And we did stop and reverse to long on soybeans. 86 our 87.5 is our minimum 6 ticks. So target 1 is good as it plots. Alright, long on soybeans, flat on the YM, short on the micro NQ, short on the pound Aussie, and short on the micro Russell. Micro Russell stopped to 24.3. Money management on the micro NQ stopped to 389.25. NQ going to session highs again. Back above 15,000 significantly. $724.3 on the micro Russell stop. No changes so far. Soybeans long, micro NQ, micro Russell, and pound Aussie all short. And looks like we got a potential. There's our long trade on the YM. Too fast to catch to start with. Push it up to 92. 192. I'd have a tough time. I don't know. That's right below the 200 EMA at what, 194. So we need to go to 196. That'll be a 5-tick adjustment. That's a little bit too big. So no changes so far. Adjustment keeping you out of that long trade at the moment. And a stop and reverse to short on soybeans. That's going to be at 62.5. And we did hit it, so short on soybeans now. Target at 60 3/4. Stopping out of the micro Russell at 24.3. Oh no, I'm sorry, we got down to 23.6. Yeah, down to 23.6 for the trailing stop out. Micro NQ making an attempt to reverse here. And then our stop is just break even, 389 1/4. Within 1 tick of target 1 on the soybeans. Let's see what we did here. We went from 63.50 to 66. 2.5 points, 10 ticks. We're down 40 with 4 positions. Micro Russell is flat. No other changes other than soybeans is now short. Oh, and soybeans back to the entry. YM touching the 91 again, and there's the 92. So YM is long now. That was a valid get in sync. The argument could be made to take it to 94 with the 200 EMA moving down to 93. 3-tick adjustment wouldn't be unreasonable. Pound Aussie trying to get to money management. Micro NQ still trying to decide which direction it's going to go. Soybeans gets to target 1. 7-tick win there. So we're down 33 now. Oh no, wait a minute, we're down more than that because we were down 40 off the first one. First stop in reverse. Then we go 66 down to 62.50. So another 14 ticks. That's 56. We're down 96. We're down 89 now. And of course our stop is going to be at 62.25, which we actually came up and hit. So that's 3 ticks. So we're down 86. All right, taking a full stop on the YM. 37 tick risk, 74 tick loss. Tomorrow is Memorial Day observance. So flat on soybeans, short pound Aussie, short on the micro NQ, and we picked up a new short on the micro Russell that I wasn't watching. All right, 57. Oh yeah, lots of time on that one as well. So we have one win, an avoided trade, and one win on the micro Russell. That's two wins because this one went fully through targets, trailing at 25-1. All right, YM still working. No new trades there. Just the short, or yeah, just the long blue long trade so far. That was a full stop out. Micro Russell pushing downward. Micro NQ trying not, it still hasn't decided whether it's going to go up or down. It's sitting right in the middle of that, of those big wicks on both sides. On this bar. Good morning to those joining us late. Do say hello in the chat. And please do feel free to ask questions. We do have and money management, it looks like. Yeah, money management on the on the pound Aussie. Target is at 91 or 118, and we are as low as 18.6. Crossover filter keeping us out of a new long on the YM. Target one on my pound Aussie, and a break-even stop and a long trade. That should be time to get in that. Long on the micro NQ, long on the micro Russell. It's 40, 43, 47, 58. I'll have to look at that one. Let's duplicate that one. Put a vertical line on it. Make it a 4-second chart. And there was our setup. Yep, plenty of time to should have had 4.8. Yeah, we were right at the entry at 8 seconds and dropped a tick below it in the next bar, so should be in that trade. And going break even on that trade. So one win, one break even on the micro Russell. Long on the micro NQ. Flat on soybeans. Flat on the YM. 128 for the pound Aussie trailing stop. From the entry at 134. Target 1 in hand already. So we have a break even on the micro NQ and in a long trade so micro Russell with a short trade. That's plenty of time to get in it. And that just triggered in. $23.9. Soybeans pushing down now. Unfortunately, we stopped out of the short trade. And we don't use the SMA trade in that trade plan. The SMA trade is actually part of Spotlight. This is Counterpunch. So micro Russell is short, micro NQ is long, pound Aussie is short, YM and soybeans are flat. And a full stop out off the micro Russell short. Money management on the micro NQ stopped to 395 3/4. And just 3 minutes till our 10 a.m. crude mini session. So I'll start marking up trades. That's currently getting sync, but moving pretty well right now. Still another minute and a half plus, and a new long trade on the micro Russell. Probably in this at the moment. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, definitely in it. Crude back at the entry and 35 seconds before our start time for the 10 a.m. mini session. $127 for the pound Aussie stop. $15 seconds to our crude session, 10 a.m. session. Micro NQ pushing to target 2. That's a win. And there's money management on Micro Russell. 411 flat for the Micro NQ stop. Trailing up now. $27.4 for the Micro Russell and break-even stop out there. 1 win, 2 break-evens, 1 loss for 4 trades. We can take 2 more trades. Going to be pretty close to a break-even. There's a stop out on the Micro NQ. So we have 1 break-even, 1 win. Target 2 and a trailer almost at target 1. And now we go to short on the Micro Russell. Did we have time on that? And we have a potential short trade coming. Here comes a short trade on the Micro NQ. There it is at 401 and a half. Probably time to get in that. We are at 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, we had time to get into this long trade on crude. Let's see. Yeah, lots of time to get into that. Plenty of time to have an order in. Crude getting within a tick of money management. Looking for 76.39 for money management. There it is, 76.41 for target. Micro Russell got to money management and break-even stop out. So that's trade number 5. 3 break-evens, a win and a loss. And it looks like, yep, we stopped out of the pound Aussie by half a tick, or half a pip, 5 ticks. So that is currently flat. Still needing another trade to get positive, I would imagine. And target 1 on crude for the 10 a.m. mini session. So this will be the POQ trade for the 10 a.m. mini session. Target 2 on crude at 76.51. Got as high as 49. At target at the 50-cent level, I might be inclined to pull that down to 50. Micro NQ trying to work down through the 50 EMA. There's a close below it. And target 2 on crude, new session high. So if you maintain target as it was plotted, you got 18 and 28, 46 ticks on this session, 39 ticks on the morning session, or the 9 a.m. session. So 95 ticks, or I'm sorry, 85 ticks on the morning, on the day. Micro NQ almost a target. And a new short on the Russell. Now the question on that one that we need to look at is, should we be in that, or are we in a get in sync situation? Actually, we're not in a get in sync situation because it's already hit the stop, and we would be in if it is get in sync. So let's. No, looks like we went up and hit the stop too fast to enter initially, so that's a no trade. Not in that trade. Money management on the Micro NQ. 401 and a quarter for the stop. Trying to push down to target 2. Got to get just a little bit of the way through this 200 EMA. Target 2 at 373 flat. And we've gotten to 373 and a half. And there is 373 flat. So target 2, win number 2. One break even, 2 wins, and target 3. $374 and 3/4 for the Micro NQ stop. Still flat on soybeans in the YM. Couple of tick adjustment on soybeans. Actually 3-tick adjustment on the stop to 63 flat would have kept us in this short for all 3 targets. And a would have signal lines at 63 and we closed at 75, so stop wouldn't have moved. Stop would be here at 59 3/4. Then I'd have kept it at 59 1/4 there. On the next bar, it would have plotted at 58 3/4. I'll adjust 2 ticks around that swing. If we had made the adjustment on the initial stop, left a couple of ticks of risk on, and honored this swing high right here, we would have gotten all 3 targets and still be trailing. So 7, 12, and 18 with the stop and reverse adjustment. $37 ticks of our 37 of our 96. So we would be down 59. All right, micro NQ stopping out at 374 3/4 after getting targets 2 and 3. And we have another trade on them. Let's see. Yeah, that was a no trade for trade number 6. We've got a long trade on the micro Russell that just went through a stop out. Let's mark up that. Duplicate it, put the vertical on it. Yep, we're in that one. That one's a full loss for trade number 6. 1 win, 2 losses, 3 break evens. Probably a slightly losing session, as we got targets 3 and 4 twice. Crude is done for the 10 a.m. session. Soybeans is in a pretty big hole right now, strictly by the plot. If you adjusted around the stop, the trailing stop on this short, you would have stayed in the trade. Adjust around the swing high and stay in the trade. You'd have stayed in the trade for targets, picking up targets 2 and 3 and still trailing. As I said, I would be at 59 1/4 at the moment. Potential for a green short trade on a down bar on soybeans. Long trade on the YM. YM is long. And a long setup just triggering in on the micro NQ again. So the micro NQ is long, the YM is long. Alright, long on the micro NQ, long on the YM, and a long on soybeans. 13.59. I'd go to 59.5, and it triggered that in anyway. So we go up to 61 for our money management, and target 2 is our initial. I would have made the 2-tick adjustment around the 20 SMA. Unfortunately, that didn't keep us out. Let's see, our stop out there would have been 58.5. So another 16 ticks would put us down 43. $40-tick difference for a 2-tick, 3-tick adjustment around the trail for the trailing stop. Instead of break even, leave 2 ticks of risk on, or break even plus 1. And the YM reverses exactly 8 seconds on that bar, so that would have been probably been tough to get into. 379 or 079. For the stop and reverse entry. We have already gone through target 1, would have been so only 16 ticks, so we'll go to target 2 for 26 at 34.053. $55 is our low at the moment. And we have another stop and reverse on soybeans. 56 1/4. And looks like a full stop out on the micro NQ. 368's the stop, and we got as low as 67 3/4. So that's a loss. So 2 wins, a break even, and a loss. So we're going to 6 trades. Not going to stick around that long. And we did hit target 2 on the YM trade. 78 would be the stop. And don't really have a good place to hide that behind anything, so you have to leave that at 78, and that stops out at 78. All right. Well, with that, I am going to call it a morning. Still behind on the YM. Behind on soybeans. Neither trade plan is complete yet. Micro NQ should be well ahead. Micro Russell is complete. 2 winning sessions on crude, a winning session on unleaded gas, and still behind on the pound Aussie. So a mixed morning on these various charts. Obviously, I would not try to trade all of these charts at once. I'm just showing all of these for examples. Questions or comments? All right then. I will call it a morning, and we will see you next week with regular schedules next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, regular 9:30 a.m. session. Wednesday, 10:30 for the crude oil inventory report. And there will be 2 reports coming out at 10:30, this week's and next week's, or rather the report for last week and for this week, the week ending on Friday. Both reports will come out Wednesday of next week, since they were, or actually are in system upgrades through tomorrow. So everyone have a good afternoon. Enjoy Memorial Day holiday tomorrow. I'm sorry, Veterans Day holiday tomorrow. Veterans Day observed tomorrow. Veterans Day actual is on Saturday, the 11th, obviously. So everybody have a good one. Have a nice, good weekend. Good trading on Monday, and we will see everybody on Tuesday. Have a good one.